Over towards Ulf here, but we already saw the location this team was playing in. He looks barren, he looks deadly. Suddenly you've got 6 other teams looking your way. They have to hit these shots as teams make their entry.
Kiwu and DRX on the northwest side with 4. Ash on the north with 3. Those 2 teams have major access angles towards Ulf's position, but I don't know if they're going to be able to convert it. On the southwest side that we're on board with right now, Enigma Galaxy, who have been slow, trying to work the ground, looking to pick up the pace now with an opener knock to Ragnarok, and he will. And trying to keep this one going forwards. Kevin goes down to an 8 from Coops as they retreat to try and get the res onto Ragnarok. They won't be able to keep him safe. Ralph and Lord now charging forwards. Coops to be the back. They are isolated in this fight, no third parties, and the rest isn't there. He pops up, but will it be enough? Steps out with another angle. He goes immediately back down. Coops enters the front door.
For GK, at least, sweetest little goodbye from one of our friends out there in the crowd. For GK, no further. The flash from the distance. Ketch has eyes on. He knows he's playing out here. He knows he has to move. As you said, KRX moving on the sidelines. Always such an awkward area of the map to play. Difficult to get the right sidelines in position. Bose gonna step up, sends an nade over the top. It looks off kilter though.
Oh, forces him out wide and into the sightlines, and it's the barrels to do the dirty work. Binny not quite connecting. The shotgun is ringing out over the bonnet, nearly doing the work, but the explosion takes him down instead, and the rest of Flash looking to rally their support, but now it's just Tops in a 1 versus 1, I think, against Hoxie. But Kiwu DRX looking to keep things going, and Bose might be resable here. Hoxie kept out in the cold.
Hoxie moves forward. Expand the vehicle, but like you said, Tops getting his boy Bose back up on his feet. Nade sent through, not cooked for very long. Looks to use it as more of a distraction, but it is on target. Almost hit the double. Gets up towards the monster truck and use those vehicles as a little bit of cover here. The wheels, a great position to peek off the back of. You know what? QXZ is resible. Volley goes far, goes long.
Forces him to stay up close to the vehicle. Less opportunity for some solid nade angles. The bounce looks good, but it only tickled, and he's stepping out wide. He's out in the open, back to a nade though. Hits the deck to stay alive, doesn't go down to a spray. Hoxie there, under pressure. The monster truck keeping him safe. Another nade, another chance to find the knock. Forces him wide, but this time the shrapnel is just too much, and somehow Hoxie keeps it together for Kiwu DRX.
Well, Hoxie just sending some lukewarm grenades. No intention at a single one finishing them off, but 4 of them, that'll do the trick. Aurora, carry on with Zhol, as well as Top. Still playing for Enigma Galaxy though, right? This is a huge game for them. Not only because they've made it quite far into this game, but because they have to claw back those points right now. Their first game was devastating for their points tally. They need to get a little bit more out of this one. Currently, Ulf is stuck a little bit further out the circle, trying to watch for teams coming in from this south side, which I think makes sense. Try and clear that area as much as possible.
Top is pretty isolated here, but then again, if Coops or Lord gets spotted, gets taken down by either Top or a player from Ulf, it's going to be a little bit easier for him to find something. Ketch has been spotted. That's coming through from the Ulf. No, hang on a minute. Where is that coming from? I think that might be Ralph who's taking shots out to Ketch, but Lord is going to fall down, and Top now can start to chime in, look to pick those points away. Indeed, he does. He gets that flush. He steals that point away, and that is nasty for Enigma Galaxy. They lose another, and they're down to 2. Ralph regroups with Coops, and Top sends away. They're now on the back of the queue against Ulf to try and move their way forwards. Do they have the gumption? Do they have the power?
Coops fully stimmed up right now. Frothing at the mouth, looking for those elims. Ralph comes in from the sidelines. Might just find nothing off the back of this, and it absolutely is the case. Coops now has to make a recovery off the back. 3 seconds left on that grenade. It goes slightly wide. Might just tuck itself back in again. Ulf, in the meantime, is trying to get the rest of their players back up on the sidelines. It could be big. Sticky grenade out next. Eren extremely low.
Chucks, I think that went through the window there, nearly takes them down, but they're behind the shack now. The info that Coops was able to gather from Ralph's roll forwards was that the other angle wasn't quite paying attention, but now they've got the res. Now they've got more, but Coops still has something left. He's charging forwards. Kelsey wants the res onto Aaron as the rest of Ulf are taking damage. That's coming through from across the way. Aurora, maybe even Q with the RX, and there he goes. Coops is on a tear. Kench is down. It's just Scarface now to stand in the face. But can Coops get the angle? He turns around, confirms the points, and into the fight he goes.
This is the missing spearhead of the spear for Nigma Galaxy. He will finally go down, but you almost saw him there in the picture-in-picture. A tiny smile on his face, despite that being one of the most insanely pressured moments for any player to be in. And Ulf is taken down by it. KRX, 9 elims on the game. It's a strong one for them, currently in second place and looking to take first after this all does conclude. But they've got to deal with Aurora, who have been once again immortal in this match.
Top and Ziol have just been marauding around these east side hills for so long, and they're actually now playing fairly close together. These nades, the peak angles that they can take, probably going to be quite profitable. And actually, Hoxie being in that shack may be a detriment to them. With the position it takes on the circle, the next zone closes dead center. He's going to have to leave first. So when does he do it? He might want to try and figure out something now.
We're into a 2v2 here. Ziol wraps around. The fact that Aurora's played on the north side, they've played back down towards the south. They have made a lot of plays that other teams try to go for and were unsuccessful in. It is magnificent, but they are down to limited materials. 3 nades, 2 smokes, 3 nades on top. He's going to try and move around the sides. If you can get up towards the shack here.
Smart. I mean, they saw that rotate away from Hoxie, and Top was trying to get that off angle, but now has to step back in as Hoxie's putting Ziol under pressure. Top yet to step into the firing line, but draws the attention and disengages the fight.
This is good from KRX, so I love the layering with the vehicles. Had to be done there to ensure that, you know, it's difficult to get one sightline onto a singular player in the vehicle. Whilst you've got 2, you may as well use them. But these nades are starting to come through now, trying to get some damage done. Hoxie's back up to 70%. Ooh. That nade's on target. It's beautiful here. QXC now has to deal with the other players. Another one right up in his face. They go wide. Top's moving around the side. Aurora, a difficult beast to handle.
This is what Top wanted to do originally. The pressure onto Ziol made it too hard. Another nade, and Ziol nearly takes it down there, but Top now has the angle. He's got them on a broadside. Oh, insult to injury. Take down the down player first, but it is a duo chicken dinner.